Hello everyone, happy May, happy June when you see this video. So June 3rd is going to be the new moon in Gemini. So I'm going to start going live. I really need to because uploading sometimes is not fun with the internet. Okay, so I'm making the best of everything. So I wanted to do this reading and then I will try to pull from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck. I really feel that love is the most important thing, self-love, and just having a good disposition and having that love and confidence for yourself, and just not feeling any type of worry about anyone else, just feeling good. Look what just fell out, number 4, that balance energy, joy and stability. So that just popped out. So maybe what I'm thinking about, that's just personal for me, but if that works for you, I'm just going to intuitively read it. I'm not going to read it from the book. But just having joy within yourself and feeling stable. And I like the yellow for the sacral chakra, that fire, that drive that you have for yourself, and no one is in competition with you. You're not in competition with anyone else. You're in competition with yourself. And if that's too strong for you to say that I'm in competition with myself, then I'm focusing on what brings me joy. I only do things that's fun for me, and that's pretty much it. It's all about joy of doing something, right? Okay, so let's start with Gemini, then I'll go to Taurus, Aries, and so on. Okay, so for Gemini, Gemini is in the second house, and this is Taurus house, and this is the house of your personal finances. So Geminis, this is a great time for you to think about, your finances and how you're going to organize them, and what you want to do. The hummingbirds are coming by. I think I want to redo the water. I wonder if it's too sweet for them. Anyway, okay, so that's the second hummingbird since I've been sitting out here. So I'm going to redo their water after this video. Okay, so Geminis, you want to think about your finances. You want to think about the things that you possess, okay? So the things that you have. Happy birthday to all the Geminis. So you want to think about your finances, so you can make plans for those finances. You can start making moves with your money, studying different financial things that you can do for yourself, saving for the future, how you're going to invest your money, how do you use your money monthly. For some of you, it's really taking away all the clutter, all the things that you don't need, and really looking at what do I actually physically own, and do I want to keep that? Can I let go of that? Very important. Okay, what do I value with my money? Do I feel secure financially? What is my income? What is just anything to do with your assets? Maybe getting your taxes done if they're done late. Maybe better bookkeeping for next year. Just really planning ahead and carving out that time that you can do that for yourself and for your future. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention for Gemini. So let me just pull a card intuitively. And thank you to everyone that put the time in for, their particular zodiac sign. So for Gemini, we have simply love, okay? And that could be, in this card, it's a father and a son, okay? But just having that bond and maybe thinking about what is your legacy, or what do you want to pass down for your kids, and, what are your thoughts on that? What do you care about when it comes to the things you're doing now, and how how is that going to relate to your kids if you have kids, or someone special to you, or just the way you're living your life and how that influence the people closest to you. So maybe simplifying things and just bringing that focus back to love and realizing that that's the most important thing. Okay, so let's look at Taurus. So Taurus is in the first house. The first house of you focusing on yourself, maybe your appearance, and not overthinking it. I don't think you should overthink your appearance, but you should, or you can, just think about where are you going with your image, or how are you perceived, and what is your message. This isn't done in a negative way. It's more about caring about yourself and what you have to offer. Okay, as I adjust image. Okay, so you have Uranus, which can be simplified by saying that's your internal rebel. So what do you feel is the most important message right now for you? Or you can apply it not just for the next 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, but in general for the rest of your life or this year. You can think by saying, okay, what is fighting for? And do I need to fight for it? And what is important to me to say and do? And how can I do that? Okay. And Taurus, you have a way of doing things where you don't have to shout it, but the message gets across. And no one can be upset with it because it's done honestly, and it's not done over the top. It's perfect. The pitch is perfect. Okay. You're also asking yourself, what do I want? There's something that you want, and then you can aim for that and receive whatever it is that you want. Okay. It's very easy. It's very easy for you to do. Okay, once you get yourself in tune. Okay, now Venus is also there, so the opening or the availability, or your mind is okay with finding that person for you. Okay, maybe getting into a new relationship. Okay, so really changing up your appearance. Maybe you're feeling more free, especially if you've come out of a relationship, or if you are just feeling the need for change. If you get bored with how something is, then it's a great time for change, and you feel that, and you're just going with what naturally feels right for you. So flow, I like that. So this is your flow. You're going with the flow, and you can go in any direction that you want. Okay. The number on here is 10. The last card I pulled for Gemini, the number I think was 6. I didn't mention that, but the flow. Okay, so 10 is bringing it back to 1. It's bringing it back to you. So really finding your direction, getting your emotions also in order. We have that water element, and just finding what works best for you. Okay, you have Uranus, you have Venus, you have the first house is really looking at yourself, this new moon, and a very powerful new moon. So you can start by finding your direction and adding to whatever it is that you're doing right now, and it just makes everything better. Aries is in the 12th house, and Aries, you want to focus on your karma. You want to focus on the self, and on doing things that really is no good for you or anyone that cares about you. Okay, you're in the ascending part of the chart, and you want to really have that personal focus, where you are focusing on your good qualities and what you know is you living your highest, your best self. And you want to do that. You have Chiron, so there's healing there. There is a need to fix things that you really can't fix. So if there's something in someone else, you could probably help them, but you naturally will recognize when something is not your job. Okay? And that's a great thing to do, to realize when something is just not for you, and really focusing inward on you, you healing yourself. Okay? Very important to do. Yes. Okay. Now let's pull that card. You're really in a spot where you're receiving a lot of attention, whether you want it or not. Okay? And it's really up to you to decide how much you want to help others and also how much you want to help yourself. Okay, so we have confront 18 breaking down to 9 endings and beginnings. So really, maybe I feel intuitively confronting something from your childhood that allows you to behave that the way you do right now. So whatever that childhood thing is, you want to work through that so that it's not blocking your relationship with people in your life right now. So for Pisces, Pisces is in the 11th house, and that's like your goals, your socializing, Pisces. Really interesting. I really felt strong about Pisces, especially your planet Neptune is here. And it's again, you really diving deep this time to really trusting your intuition, but also not allowing your emotions to misguide you. So really taking a second to think things over. So even though your first thought of something sometimes might be correct, or from your best understanding, you want to think again and you want to make the best choice. Okay, you also have Lilith. So this is like strong karma. There's so much to say about this, right? So it's really finding the best direction to go about whatever you're facing. Whether you feel like you have to fight for something, it feels like you have to defend something that affects your soul. If you want to be more independent, feeling more free, feeling like you're being attacked, whatever it is. Even people that you draw to you that are there to teach you a lesson or for you to learn from. But it's really learning how to use your feminine energy, whether you're male or female. How do you use that to the best of your abilities, where you are getting your point across and being understood? Okay, so really having the intuition about how you're going to move forward on really tough issues that it's like dark or darkness, things that people don't want to see or don't want to understand, or don't know how to use it in the most powerful way, because it's something that's hidden, that was once known, and they just don't know how to use it. Okay, so Pisces. And how you're going to be social too, because being in that 11th house, you're going to be social with your friends and your goals. So if you're in charge of a group for something, how are you best going to utilize that for the best outcome? So we want to see what Pisces has to say here. So balance, I like that. Oh, I was just talking about the feminine and masculine. Even if you're male, you can still find that Lilith energy and understand it too. So really finding the balance and understanding male and female energy, and knowing that it serves a purpose in this life, no matter who you are. Okay, and it's 14 breaking down to 5, so it's meant to be here, and it's meant for us to really, I feel like that's like the biggest lesson that people can learn in life, other than love and not forcing someone to be a certain way. but is to understand the masculine and feminine energy. And in life, I feel like for some people, it's their north node, if you will, to understand masculine energy or to understand female energy, and seeing the balance in it. Five for me, you can think of five. I like to think of it as elements. That's just popping out. All the elements in one in spirit. So I like to think of five like that. And it's a very strong number, okay? And even though it's not even, it still hold its strength and hold its understanding, where it has a strong foundation and everything works together. If you think of the element, it's all needed, and when it comes together, very solid, okay? So it's really being solid, being firm. Okay, Aquarius, a lot of 10th and 11th house issues, so dealing with feeling the need to be recognized, whether it's in your career, your work, being known for what you want to be known for. There's no planets on the chart in Aquarius, so you can look over to Leo in the 5th house with also no planets. But the most important thing you want to focus on is your feelings towards really feeling like, is all of my energy that I'm putting into this really going to be paying off? And what can I change, and what can I do better to make sure that I feel secure? Okay. And whenever there's no planets in your because if you won't have planets, it's so important to focus on. I'm going to tell you in a second because I have to turn the page. So it's so important to focus on the 3rd house. If you have no planets, and I'm going to come up to that. So I'm going to pull the card. Focus on Cancer in the 3rd house, and focus on the North Node in the 4th house. So there's no planets also there. It's just the IC, so the internal focus. So really focusing on yourself and how you feel right now. That would be the most important thing for Aquarius, and for every zodiac that does not have a planet. Focus on how you feel internally right now, okay? And then trying to find the solution for that, a healthy solution. So a more of an internal focus, okay? So Aquarius, heart chakra card. I like this. I feel this, okay? Observe. I like that. Observe. Okay. So you can see a person at the center and 4 people looking. Okay, reminding me. I'm trying to remember in this deck if this is supposed to be the World card. I can't remember. Anyway, 12. So I'm going to read it intuitively. So it's really observing your thoughts, how you feel. And you're bringing yourself back to the center you, but there's 4 around there, so that representing all the thoughts. So really focusing in on you, and what are your thoughts, what are you thinking, okay? And what's the most important thing to you? All right? And just observing things for what they are, not really trying to make a decision, not forcing yourself. Just observe how you're feeling, what's going on around you, but most importantly, not external but internal focus. Capricorn. So a lot of 9th and 10th house that you'll be feeling. So maybe higher education, your career, your travel, okay? Also, are you feeling valued? Like, are people treating you good around you, Capricorn? So really checking in on how your relationship is with others. And a lot of South Node is in retrograde. So you always want to, the retrogrades is a moment to pause. Any planets that's retrograde, you want to see what the meaning is, but you want to pause and really think about it before reading into things too much. You know, even if you have to lie to yourself and say, you know, that person made a kind of snotty comment, like they're really insecure or jealous, but I'm going to turn it around and say, you know what, they really like that about me, or they really like that. So it's a positive thing, and a thing that they said that, and you know, they're probably really insecure and just keep forgetting when they're insecure how great they are and how much they have accomplished. So when people get insecure, they just forget how wonderful they are. And you can't let that bother you. You just got to keep it rolling, right? So if you're feeling like you want to get recognition for what you've done, know that it's probably recognized already. And if it's not, keep doing it. And if you feel like you need that, well, you know, ask someone to do a review, or say, hey, if you like the job that I'm doing, you are welcome to fill out a comment or whatever it is. Tweak it for your situation. But, you know, and even being direct if it suits your situation by, you know, saying it to that person, like, you know, if you feel the need to. And I feel that it is recognized, and by saying something, sometimes that just breaks away, diminish all the work that you've already done. So it all depends on the situation. You have to judge it for yourself. But that energy of Pluto is also in your sign, and you want to think about your transition, your shift, your you evolving, if you will. Okay, you want to think about, and there's a new one that I found, and I wrote it down here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, your power, your own personal power, right? And I was thinking about that while I was writing it down. Thinking about your own personal power. Okay, when you think about your own personal power, it doesn't have to be validated by anyone. And you're evolving, you're growing, you're learning, whether you're going to stay at that level where you are or you're going to grow in the future, but you keep evolving, you keep learning and growing. Okay, and you also have the South Node in retrograde, but it's also dealing with your relationships and your past karma, and whether it's your past life issues, that whatever is troubling you right now that has to do with the ninth or the 10th house issues, it has to do with something within you that you feel really self-conscious about. And you know, I don't feel that you have to mention whatever it is that you want to feel validated for. It will happen, and the people that appreciate you, they appreciate you, and they know this. Okay, so let's take another look. Okay, so we have also Saturn in retrograde. So this is also a very karmic energy as well, but it's also trying to help you to really feel powerful within yourself and not allow any kind of doubt in regards to your ambition and your goals to affect you. Okay, so you really want to find your own power. You want to make peace with any kind of situation, you know, regarding any kind of relationship, work or personal. Okay, any kind of past relationship, you want to make peace, and you also want to plan for your solution. You know, if you feel like you need to move forward, then you need to plan for that, because with this Gemini new moon, it's a really good launching point for you to do something new. The new moon is planting the seed and then taking those steps forward to achieve it, Capricorn. Oh, wow, listen, okay, 2, listen. So you got the listen card. Beautiful card. So the listen card, you really want to listen to what you're thinking, what you're saying, and then also you want to listen for even spiritual advice through meditation. Your chance to really listen and evolve, and that Saturn energy can help you in working with your past karma, past relationships, past life. Really listen in, and whatever, if you like crystals, you can work with that. Amethyst, I feel, is very good one for you guys to work with your crown chakra, with your ability to really connect to the mind and the higher self, the all-knowing self, the Akashic records, if you will, just going through that energy, okay, and finding what angel is associated with your with your zodiac sign. Hold on. Okay. Lead. Okay, this might go for some of you out there. This one fell out. Lead, number 4. Okay, 4 meaning that structure. Okay, so leading. What do you feel that you need to lead in your life? Leading yourself. I think it's a very Saturn type of energy as well, too. Okay, and Capricorn, you're in the MC, so that's the external focus of what you want to achieve. That's your zodiac keyword, is achievement. You're always trying to achieve something that will make you feel happy. I mean, we're all in this life to grow, and you want to feel and you are ambitious, so this is that's a good card. Okay, so where do you feel that you need to lead in your life? All right. So moving forward, we're going to go to Sagittarius, is in the 8th house, Scorpio's house of other people's money, sex, life, death. So you could be experiencing any one of those situations where you're dealing with new life changes, new birth, death, ending of relationship, physical death, coming into money, feeling very lucky when it comes to money, and and other people's kindness towards you. Okay, unexpected surprises that are good and fortunate, relationships as well. It is a great opportunity to bring more love into your life, or more connectivity in your life. Okay, whenever you're in the 8th house. So Jupiter wants you to expand and grow. And working with Jupiter, or even, doing something energetically with Jupiter, can help you to improve your luck, and expand your life. Any kind of mantras, if you will, that has to do with the the pointer finger. Okay, so the index finger, very good. So as a Sagittarius, you have that. Geminis can tap into that as well. Okay, any kind of thing that can raise your Kundalini energy is really good as well, because that's that expansion of Jupiter. All right, so let's pull a card. Rebill. Oh, wonderful. Oh, beautiful card. One of my favorite cards too. Rebill, and it's 16 is the number. 16 breaking down to 7, and 7 is spiritual growth. It's relearning, it's learning again, it's more learning, and it's really, that's a beautiful stage of 7. It's truly lucky, because you do realize that there's more to learn. You could sit in this one place and feel like, oh, I'm comfortable here, this is great, like right now. Think of the internet that we have right now. We're like, oh, this is cool, this is great. I would hate to live in 1994 again, right? But 50 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, what other cool things can we do on a positive note when we're thinking about the internet? Not the negative, but the positive. What will we invent in a year from now? Can we teleport things? What could we possibly do in the future, right? So it's really knowing that you can rebuild, you can start again, healing the heart, even finding a new love, a new passion, whatever it is, right? It's that continuous learning, that continuous spiritual growth. Okay, so Sagittarius, Okay, you want to expand with Jupiter at this new moon. And it's good, you guys can watch my other channel, my wellness channel, where I focus on anything wellness, meditation, and so on, EFT tapping. Definitely with this one, with the planetary meditation and so forth, okay? So Scorpio, you're in the 7th house, and it's all about your partnerships and your relationships, okay? So where can you go right with your relationships and your partnerships? Is there any strain? Try not to yawn. Is there any strain on your relationship and partnerships? And how can you bring harmony to that? Again, you're in the 7th house. There's no planets. So you're going to want to focus on what's going on over, and it happens to be in Cancer at this point. Oh, I don't need to turn the page. I'm already on it. You want to focus on the North Node, okay? And you want to focus on family, yes, but mostly you want to focus on what's going on in your mind, okay? The 3rd house issues, okay? So any zodiacs that don't have any planets, you want to focus on wherever the North Node is, okay? And there's no planets there. It's just the IC of the chart. There's 4 directional points. So four focus points. And this one you want to focus internally on improving yourself, okay? You want to focus on if you have siblings, if you have none, the lack of none, okay? Self-talk. What are you saying to yourself mentally? Improving yourself, okay? And just your internal focus. How are you focusing? Why are you focusing on that? Okay? Scorpio. So intuitively, your card, okay? Dedicated effort. So what are you putting your energy into? He's painting a mural. Beautiful. So what are you focusing on? What are you putting your energy on? And is this something important for you to focus on? And 8 is that continuous cycle, that continuous flow. So you want it to be something good rather than something stressful or draining. Okay, so what are you focusing on? And for your relationship with this new moon, how can you heal or make your relationships better, your partnerships better moving forward? How can it grow without overdoing anything? Just flowing with it naturally, right? So maybe you need a creative outlet so you're not stressing so much. That brings drama and chaos, right? Maybe this depends on your situation. So I could sit here and come up with different scenarios, but how can you better it for you, not just for the other person, because this is internal. So it's not about what the other person wants from you. It's about what feels right for you. Okay? And that number 8 is that continuous cycle. So are you going to be continuously drained or continuously feeling full, fulfilled, balance, all of that, okay? Libra. Libra is in the 6th house, and it's all about your work and your routines. It's in the descending part of the chart, so it's an internal, personal, interpersonal focus. So who are the people that you communicate the most with throughout your day? Then you are going to want to make sure that your relationship with that person is good. It's not just superficial, not like you're asking the person, hey, how do you feel today? But you really don't want, you only asked it because you want to be nice, instead of really saying, hey, I don't have the time to talk right now, but I want to check in on you because my mind ran a thought about you, and you came across my mind, and just want to know that you're okay. And instead of having a short how you doing, maybe we can talk sometime. So it's more real and not small talk BS, where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna ask them because this sounds nice, so you want to focus on 6th house issues, which has to do with your work, your daily routine, and you also want to build these good relationships, good communication, and Libras are naturally good at that. And if you're tired, just don't put out the energy if you're tired, because then it's not going to come across right. Sun's going down. These are big cards. Okay, seek the truth. 7. So 7 again is this continuous learning. But for this card, I feel like it's really evolving in your mind. It's really your outlook, your perspective, and really feeling enlightened and empowered by the way that you look at things. And this is just going to help you to maybe find out what someone else likes, because you care about this person and you want to make your connection with them really good. So it's really finding that common ground, okay, with another person. So Virgo is in the 5th house, and Virgos, you could be focusing on issues that affect your child, children, maybe your love life, really seeing where that is and where it can be better. Also, if there's any sadness there, how can being creative help you to move through that sadness? So that's a really powerful place to be. So Virgo, you can look over at Pisces with Neptune energy, and I'm trying to think, yeah, and try to think, how can I expand myself? How can I grow in this life? Because if you don't grow in this life time, there's lessons to learn in every life, and you want to get the best out of it as possible. It's like you're taking a trip somewhere, and you really want to have a good time, whether you're not going to plan anything and just say, hey, I'm going to have fun, or you're going to plan it and say, oh, I want to do this, maybe an excursion. Okay, I want to do this, I don't want to do that. You really want to get the best out of it. So looking at your life as, I really want to get the best out of it, and moving forward with that. So I don't think I pulled a card. And I want to say again, looking at your opposite sign can also help give you that direction as well. Number 9, endings and beginnings, a new direction, if you will. Because just looking at it, you can't see it, but there's a circle and like a cross. So it's like the directions, right? But well-deserved rewards. I feel like Capricorn can relate to this. So Virgo, your brother, sister, earth sign, it's all about well-deserved rewards. So feeling like you've accomplished something, even if you didn't have to try too hard, or you're just making something fun, you're really achieving some joy in feeling like you've done something good for yourself, but also others. That mothering energy in Virgo feels good when they've done something good for someone else. Okay, at their highest best, it's a really great feeling. Okay, Leo. Okay, Leo's in the 4th house, dealing with issues of family and home, but also where you're coming from. So where are you coming from? What does that mean for you? Your past experience, what shaped you to be who you are today, and how can you grow in reflection of that, but also in reflection of what feels good for you. Okay, what is current in your situation right now? So we have choices to grow, and again, it's an internal focus, because you want to focus also on where the North Node is if you have no planets in your sign at the new moon. Okay, so let's see what Leo card intuitively, what I feel for that. Find balance. I like that. So you have, oh, look at this. And being in the 4th house of home, family, and all that, blah, blah, blah. It has family, a book. It has a ring, like a home. So it's that wheel of all the different experiences we have in life. So finding balance. So you're asking yourself, how can I find balance in my life right now? How can I balance out how I'm feeling regarding my family or people who are closest to me, and the goals I want to achieve, because Leo is very goal oriented, or they want to feel like they're doing something. So 2 is, of course, the balance number. Okay. Partnership 2, that partnership that is a close bond. Okay. and having that connection, even if it's with yourself, a partner, an animal, it's just having that connection. Okay. Cancer. Okay, where the North Node is. Okay, so Cancer is in the 3rd house. It's really the mind's focus right now, communication, even taking short trips with friends, because it's a fun house to be in. It's a house of communicating, a house of getting the message across. Okay. And it's also in the IC, which is more of an internal focus on yourself and your mind. You're improving yourself, just really thinking about you and what benefits you and where your mind is. And the North Node is about your goals and where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself? You know, what goals do you have? And really being focused on those goals and making them happen. Lead again. Oh my gosh, did that drop for Capricorn? So lead, okay? So you are really leading yourself, especially when it comes to your communication. Everything we do is communication. So whatever goal that you have, Cancer, if you put your all into it, the good things will happen and you'll feel the benefit of whatever you're doing, Cancer. Okay? And really, it's your North Node, so it's your purpose in life. And you can recreate that for yourself and really enjoy your life. And it's like you leading yourself to knowledge, or you leading yourself to that map of a paradise island, your map to goal, whatever goal is for you. It's your happiness. It's the thing that will alleviate the stress, alleviate whatever heavy challenges you're facing in your life. That's what goal represents, really. It's a solution, but your solution could be something like just laying out in your backyard and enjoying the day, getting a massage, whatever. But it's to release that tension, that stress, and really uplifting yourself to your highest potential and joy for your life. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, I I wanted to go live, but it didn't happen. So for this channel, I really want to go live again, and it cuts down on recording and uploading. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the new moon in Gemini. It's a new moon of Mercury, of communication, of fun, of not worrying about what other people think, focusing on what makes you happy. And it's just going back to what I feel is right. It should be you enjoying your life and enjoying the company of yourself, the company of others, definitely. And you want to at least spend, if not a half an hour, just being or doing something that you enjoy, finding that time. Even if you can only do it for a little over half an hour, then definitely do that, and enjoy. All right, thank you guys so much for watching.